Tune in this and every Sunday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. to Moments of Freedom, the weekly broadcast of the Riverton Meadows and Mamby Park Baptist Churches, with host Pastor Reverend Sidney Hall. Join us with open minds and hearts and be blessed.
It's refreshing, it's revitalizing, and it's the epitome of music, arts, and entertainment. It's the Dudley Thompson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, on Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. with the wacky one, Dudley Thompson. It's the perfect blend of sports, interviews, wacky news, and of course, what's the verdict? It's the Dudley Thompson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
Hello, I'm Dudley Thompson, and welcome again now to the Dudley Thompson Show here on Roots FM 96.1, and we are here on live on Roots FM Radio, and we also live coming to live streaming on WDT TV. Today we have an action-packed show for you as per usual inside the Dudley Thompson Show, and also inside What's the Verdict. And we also have your sports spectrum as per usual, and today's sports spectrum, and it's brought to you there in collaboration here with Root FM 96.1 and also Live Well Jamaica. And you can log on to Live Well Jamaica, and you can subscribe to Live Well Jamaica. They are assisting with Sports Spectrum from time to time. But I mean, time, it's What's the Verdict? And before we go to the first feature, we call What's the Verdict 3 songs inside the grill. We'll give you an interaction with a past What's the Verdict winner. Past winner inside the What's the Verdict show there for you. And we call him Raw Deal. Yeah, man. We spoke with Raw Deal earlier. Had here to Marcel Solomon, keep it locked. And we had an interaction earlier with Raw Deal. And he spoke about his upcoming album. So let's now go interactive with Raw Deal here as we open different style in today's Dudley Thompson Show. Raw Deal here for you.
It's the letter N. They say how you get old like this.
This is Roots FM 96.1, and we are joined online by Raw Deal. You know, Raw Deal, big artist, big singer, many time winner inside What's the Verdict. Raw Deal, welcome again to Roots 96.1 FM.
Yes, Dudley, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm not too bad. We'll talk about your new album entitled God's Plan.
Yes, definitely God's Plan, and it's going to be out on November the 6th. I'm very excited about this album, and it's going to be available on all digital platforms. The people are definitely going to love it. It's a special project.
All right, tell us now, how did you approach this album? What is your mindset in producing these songs?
Well, good question, Dudley. I actually took my time with this project, and I wanted to put into a concise form the principles of how people can be successful, the same principles I use for myself, and just put them with melodies and amazing harmony, and I was able to do that.
Well, sounds good so far. And tell us now, why did the name God's Plan?
Yes, I titled the album God's Plan because that is the theme of the whole album. Because as the scripture says, God's plan for all of us, not just for myself, but for all of us, is that we should prosper and be in health, even as our soul prospers.
Yes.
So that means we prosper emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, every which way, socially, every which way. And with this particular album, I titled it God's Plan because I also show people how to connect to God's plan and let it manifest in their lives.
Sound good so far. Tell us, what is your favorite song on the album?
Yes, they're all amazing. Every song to me is amazing. I'm very well pleased. But my favorite song is Revolution. And the reason why Revolution is my favorite song is because it's so pertinent to things that's going on today and to help the people of color, we people of color, get out of the mess that we're in America and around the world.
All right. All right, let's back up a bit. Tell us, how did you get it started in the music industry?
Oh, yes, definitely, Dudley. I actually began years ago. I was actually a part of a rap group, and we actually worked with a lot of celebrities in South Florida through Youth for Christ, and a lot of football players, recording artists, and television people. And what we used to do is go into the inner cities and help and speak to the troubled youth. And from there, we were actually offered a recording contract, but I turned it down. I just wanted to build a foundation and start my own record label. So all these years I've been building my own label, and now we're ready to go.
Oh, that's good so far. All right, and you have songs on the album that the people love here in Jamaica and around the world entitled Revelation, featuring the outstanding, the legendary Shaka Demus. How did that collaboration actually took place?
Yes, good question. Actually, with Shaka Demus, I actually worked with Shaka Demus on my previous project called Number One in Society. That actually won on What's the Verdict. So I actually got a call one day that Shaka Demus wanted me to work on a track that he was doing for the upcoming project, the Soul Whisper project. And I agreed to it, and as soon as I heard the beat, I knew exactly where I wanted to go with the song and the messages I wanted to get across. So I put it down and sent it back down to Jamaica to Shaka Demus, and he loved it. And the rest is history.
Wow. All right, now, is there any music video or any of the singles, and where can the people view these videos?
Yes, definitely. Revelation featuring Shaka Demus is available on YouTube. You can get it on my channel, Golden Gates Records, or you can just type into the search bar Revelation Raw Deals of Future. My new video for Revolution will actually be out by next week. It'll definitely be out, and you can just same process. Type in Raw Deal the Future Revolution, and it will be there, and I guarantee you will enjoy it.
Wow. Nice track there. All right, tell us now, what can the fans expect to hear on the album, and what should they expect from Rod in the future in years to come?
Yes, definitely. As far as the album is concerned, it is a mixture of hardcore hip-hop along with unadulterated reggae beats and reggae tracks. So what we're doing is breaking new ground, and this is actually the next big thing, and Jamaica definitely has to be the first to have access to this, because every great thing starts in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what you can expect on this album. And also, as far as me coming in the future, I'm going to be continuing making excellent music, and I'm actually laying brick upon brick. So I build a foundation for the artist that's going to be coming behind me on Golden Gates Entertainment. Because what I did in the past is just bet on myself, and God has honored that commitment.
The voice of Raw Deal for you. Nice track, Raw Deal. Nice track.
Thank you.
the listeners, the one viewers, what inspired this particular track.
I'm sorry?
Tell our viewers and listeners what inspired this particular track.
On this particular track, the song is called Better Than, and actually Limey Murray is also on that track with me as well. And this particular song, Better Than, is another example of how showing people how, you don't have to have money per se to become successful. If you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the money will come, and everything else will come behind it.
That is so true. And recapping out, just tell again listeners and the viewers how can your fans connect with you, and how can they contact you online, and how can they get these songs, both online and also hard copies, if they are in hard copy format.
Yes, there is a hard copy that will definitely be out as well. November 6th is going to drop, and you can get it on digital platforms. You can contact me directly. I'm definitely on Facebook at Raw Deal The Future. Also on Reverb Nation at www.reverbnation.com/Golden Gates Record. Also, you can find me also on YouTube, as I said earlier, at Golden Gates Record. So definitely connect with me, because, as I said, we're all about building the communities, and we actually have this album together, and this is for our community, showing us how to get to the next level.
All right, the big song there by the man called Raw Deal, one called Better Than. Yeah, man, nice song there by Raw Deal. There for you. Also, you're on Roots FM 96.1. And as you're inside the Dudley Thompson Show, speaking to Raw Deal The Future. And as you heard, he'll be launching his album on November 6th. And you can get your copies as soon as the album is out to the public. Raw Deal there for you. Here on Roots FM 96.1. Another one from Raw Deal. Big song, Raw Deal. Really another big track there, Raw Deal, another big track.
Thank you.
Revolution. The Raw Deal, you work with a host of other artists in Jamaica. So tell the Jamaican and the world about other artists you work with in the past and to go with in the future.
Yes, definitely. Definitely on projects with Shaka Demus, as I said, Aisha Bell, Santa Bana was on the project as well. Richie Stevens also on the project as well. I also have Limey Murray, as I mentioned. I also have a new artist I'm working with, Shayna Jones, on a song that I have there called What's His Name. People are going to be very impressed with her as well. And so I've been blessed to be on the project with a lot of excellent artists, and there's a lot of very talented people that had their hands in this project as well.
All right, Roddy, wish you all the best with this album. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Dudley. Thank you. I appreciate it. And definitely keep up the good work, and you continue to stay safe. I appreciate your support and the love of the people in Jamaica. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear Raw Deal. This one called Then It's So. All right, Raw Deal. All right, here they from Raw Deal there for you. Talking about his upcoming album. They landed on, maybe released actually on November 6th. All right, here they're from Raw Deal. Talented artists there out of USA. Rapper extraordinaire. I'm Dudley Thompson, and this is the Dudley Thompson Show.
This is an open letter to Africa from the king and his court, fresh off the streets of New York. Africa, you're the motherland and home of scientific and industrial advancements that to date we can make no enhancements. You're the origin of life. In your land you bear those stripes. You too shall be redeemed as his kingdom comes. Raw Deal, thy favorite son. Dear mama, mother of all living, beginnings, messiah times, and the lineage. No places on earth can match your spices and herbs. Raw's blessed means success and wealth, wise words. In the meantime, I pray that God will keep you close. That's why I'm always knocking on your doorpost. You're always so precious, so gracious and kind, even to those Western reprobate minds. Dear mama, from your hands crafted precious stones, some rubies, some jewels, some flesh and bone, some diamonds, some pearls, dreaded upward curls. When you gave me Eden, mama, you gave me the world. Dear mama, because my papa is invisible, you both give me the strength to dominate the physical. Dear mama, because my papa is invisible, you both give me the strength to dominate the physical. Dear mama, you and God did that Egyptian walk. Out of Egypt came Jesus, who the king did sort. New York, top shelved your sacred arts and peddled all your heavy metals to the corporate shop.
We call him Raw Deal. Raw Deal there for you. You heard Raw Deal interaction, one call.
Oh, that's right.
Revolution.
Be added, multiplying like mathematics. Mama, because my papa is invisible, you both give me the strength to dominate the physical. Dear mama, because my papa is invisible, you both give me the strength to dominate the physical. Dear mama, yeah mama, I love you mama. Africa, the motherland to all. You people there are so special. Yo, got something for you. Yo, check it out. To Nigeria, rock the house. Rwanda, rock the house. To Kenya, rock the house. To South Africa, rock the house. To the peoples in Zimbabwe, rock the house. Stepping through with ease. Yo, my man, Shaka D's.
African land after black people, but some guy come invading and call it their own. The grandfather dropped down and broke him back home. Can't go to Dr. Shooting go back alone. Can't get the call off a neighbor telephone. No more in the Babylon, black people are go home.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are made of one blood, all nations of men, no matter what race or creed. We all come from thee. Raw Deal, Shaka Demons, we in the house for sure. Peace.
Yeah, man. Raw Deal alongside Shaka Demus. A quick pause for the cause. And when we come back, the time for the feature we call What's the Verdict? Quick pause for the cause.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recovery from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Brush up on high school subjects, an academic battle where you challenge your parents, siblings, co-workers, everyone in your space to win bragging rights. Mathematics, geography, history, chemistry, biology, physics, information technology, every subject. And it's heard right here on Roots 96.1 FM, weekdays 4:15 p.m. Brush up on high school subjects. Bring your brains and participate.
Yes! It's the Math Club Radio Show every Thursday on Roots FM 96.1.
The show will start 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Students, teachers, and parents will be on the show.
Well, no one should miss the show. They will give out prizes every week. Prizes! Prizes! Love prizes! It's the Math Club Radio Show every Thursday on Roots FM 96.1.
It's refreshing, it's revitalizing, and it's the epitome of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the Dudley Thompson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, on Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. with a wacky one, Dudley Thompson. It's the perfect blend of sports, interviews, wacky news, and of course, what's the verdict? It's the Dudley Thompson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
All right, and welcome now to the feature we call What's the Verdict? That is 60.1 on this year FM dial. And as is What's the Verdict? And there are 3 songs inside today's grill. And the first song on the grill will be Roll With Ja by Saturday Green. Will be the first song inside today's grill. And the second song inside today's grill is one called Could I Be the One by Could I Be the One? By Shardell Roden, the second song inside today's grill. And the third song inside the grill is one entitled, where is it? Sonia by Mr. Cool. And those are the 3 songs inside today's grill. You can call them out live on air at the numbers again at 372-8446 to go live on air. That's 372-8446. Or you can WhatsApp to 225-9478. WhatsApp only to 225-9478. Again, 225 for those who are writing. It's 225-9478. The 376-841 is not working, so please don't send it. WhatsApp to that number is not working. The 376-841 is not working. The phone fell in water and it's not coming on, so that's why it's out for now. So again, to go live on air, 372-8446. WhatsApp, 225-9478. And you can also text, and you can also to vote live on the live stream on YouTube. That is WDT Media TV. All right, again, listen to 3 songs carefully, and the one you like, you don't say big tune. The one you think is just an okay song, you say average tune. The one you don't like or you think is no good, you just say lame tune. All right, it's not about voting for one song. It's about giving your verdict on all 3 songs. All right, here we go now. That out of the way. First one inside the grill. Roll With Me by Saturday Green. The first song inside the grill. The man called Saturday Green. One song called Roll With Me. First one inside the grill.
Roll with Jaja. Give it a lion, them a roll. Roll with Jaja. Just roll. Roll with Jaja. Roll in your tongue. Whoa, I say roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your tongue. Whoa, and the road you chat, make sure it be the one, lead the road of Mount Zion, not the road you chown, and the life you give is good for all creation of this earth, whoa, of this earth, whoa. Not you can go and come go, not you can go and go, not you can go and come go. When you don't know, so roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your tongue. I say roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your tongue. I have found the root of David. I have found the lineage of Father Abraham. I have found the root of the truth. Just roll. I want you to roll, to roll, So roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your heart. Whoa. I say roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your heart. Whoa. I say roll with ya in your heart, roll with ya in your heart. Give me the lion and my roll, Sunday in my roll, with me red, green and gold. Now sell up my soul, Rastafari know. No, yeah, no, yeah, roll, just roll with ya, in the heart, so roll with ya.
All right, and that was the first song inside today's grill. And now we go to the second song inside the grill. One here entitled Could I Be the One by Chardell Roden. The second song inside today's grill. What's your verdict? It's a big tune, average tune, or a lame tune. Here we go. Second song inside today's grill.
Could I be the one that you're thinking of? My goal is to be the one that you're dreaming and love. I wanna be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Trust me and I'll never let you down. Let me be with you through all your hard times. I wanna be around when the chips are down. It'll be me and you against the opposition. Can't you see your love shining through? You've been to solve all my problems. You've been there to help my sorrows. I don't know what to do. stays out of sight. Oh, let me be the one. Let you be my man. Let me be, let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down. I got to be there. Oh, let me be, let me be.
Indeed, Let Me Be the One by Jardel Roden, the second song inside today's grill. All right, and now we're going to the third song inside today's grill, one entitled Sonia by Mr. Cool. The third song inside today's grill. Here we go.
Yeah, darling, I won't keep you waiting. My pretty little sweet thing. I will see you in the morning. Oh yes, Sonia said, come here right now. Cool your feet, put it on. Oh yes, she said, come here right now. Cool your feet, throw it on. Oh yes, she said she hot, sexy and rude. She said she hot, sexy and rude. And she feeling in the right mood. So cool your feet, throw it on. Oh yes, Mr. Cool, we put it on. Oh yes, she said she want it on the left side. She want to feel it on the right side. She said she want it on the left side. And she need it on the right side. When me I put it on. Oh yes, when me I throw it on. Oh yeah, she said she don't want no 1 minute man. She need a man fit and pan it long. A man who stand up hard, stiff and strong, and can handle it like Jack Bull or Ram. When him a put it on. Oh yes, Mr. Cool, you be throw it on. And she a beg me to put it on. Oh yes, when you ball for me put it on. Da, Dianwa, da, Dianwa. Chinese girls them a call for it. Oh yes, then one know you have the share. And then one know you have the share. And then one know you have the share. Japanese girls them a beg me it. Oh yes, Betty Rona, Betty Rona, Betty Rona. Indian girls them a cry for it. Oh yes, Indone, Done, Amwa. Indone, Done, Amwa. Indone, Done, Amwa. French girls want me give it to them. Oh yes, Acelera, Acelera.
All right, and that was the third song inside today's grill. A quick pause for the call and take your calls on your vote. Remember the call? The call live on air. It's 372-8446. That's a 372-8446. And to text WhatsApp to 225-9478. That's 225-9478. And you can also vote live on the stream. Yes, live on the stream right now. We're live on WDT Media TV. And you can vote right now on the live stream. Vote live on the live stream as well. A quick pause for the calls and come right back there to you.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recovery from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
All right, and welcome back now to the. I think we have our first caller. You're live on air, and good evening. Let's see. All right, you're live on air, and good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Dudley.
Oh, Hamilton.
Yeah, man. The
Uh,
average,
yeah.
and the second one, big tune, and the third one, average.
All right, Paul Hamilton there. Mr. Paul Hamilton, in Augustown, keep it locked, all right?
Seven bars.
All right. 96.1. Paul Hamilton, 18-time verdict winner, a singer, producer, and arranger. Yeah, man. All right, 96 on the FM. I'll play some Paul Hamilton for you later on. 96.1 on the FM dial. We went off here earlier and did some off here voting. So remember to call. And we can also text our WhatsApp to 225-9478. So the 376 is down for now. So don't send any text or WhatsApp to 376-8418. Send all the WhatsApp to 225-9478 right now. All right, we are about live, and also you can vote live on stream on WDT. People say hi there to Wendy, bartender from Augustown. Keep it locked as well. And man Michael Rutherford and Stitch. Augustown crew. All right, we're live and it's at 372-8446 to go live on air. And we went off. We did our pre-voting earlier as part of the program, and we're gonna take let's see, he'll give a text here right now. I think we have a text here right now. Somebody is texting from overseas, and they're asking if this is how this is the vote. Yes, all right, coming there from overseas, and they say first one average, second song big, and the third song lame. I'm not sure, and I'm not seeing a first name here, but based on the number, it's from overseas. Oh, like Miss Funk. Oh, Miss Funk, they're from England. All right, thanks, Miss Funk. Well, voted from over there in the UK. All right, we just saw her vote a short while ago. Miss Funk, they're from the UK. She says the first one average, second song big, and the third. What she said. All right, Miss Funk, they're from the UK. All right, 96.1. And let's double check Miss Max Funk a vote here. Hopefully we have the correct thing. All right. All right. Let's see now. Oh, Miss Funk. Yes, I did realize it was you. First one average, second song big, and the third song lame. All right. Yes, I realized it was you, Miss Funk. I realized it was you. All right. 96.1 on this year FM dial. Miss Funk, they're from the UK, and she gave us her vote on the song. So what say you? You can also vote live on social media, vote live on stream. Give us your vote on what's the verdict. 3 songs went on the grill. 3 songs went on the grill. We're gonna go to our earlier vote. We got off here earlier. All right, we did an off-air thing earlier. We went there to 3 Miles area, and Jay in 3 Miles says the first one is average, the second song is a big song, and the third song is a lame tune. All right, Sammy, also in 3 Miles area along Spanish Town Road, saying the first one is average, second song is big, and the third song is a lame tune. Stephen, same place in 3 Miles, saying the first 2 songs are big, and the third song is a lame tune. Melissa, right along Spanish Town Road, and she says the first 2 songs are big as well, and the third song for her is a lame tune. Russ, yeah man, Russ, Simon 3 Miles again, and they also say the first 2 songs are big, third song is a lame tune. Precious in 3 Miles area saying the first one is average, second song is a big tune, the third song is a lame tune. Dolly, yeah man, saying the first one average, second song big tune, third song is a lame tune. Pam, so the first one average, second song big, and the third song lame. Paul Hamilton from Augustown, who voted a short while ago. First one average, second song big, third song average. And Miss Fung from London, England, from the UK rather. First one average, second song big, and the third song average. All right, so what say you? It's 225-9478 or 372-8446 to give your vote, your verdict, not your vote, your verdict live inside the show. It's 96.1 on the FM. At 7 o'clock, we'll go inside the sports spectrum. Look at the Jamaica Derby. And today's sports spectrum is done in collaboration with Live Well Jamaica. Yeah, man. Live Well Jamaica. We look at the Premier League and the entire COVID-19 process. The Jamaica Derby. And the contention about the sand will suit sprinters, not stayers. And they got there to Raw Deal. You heard is a while ago, in the interview a while ago, Raw Deal. And again, at 372-8446. All right, now the 60.1 on this your FM dial. The three songs are on the grill. And the first song you heard is one by the man called Saturday Green. Saturday Green. One there in the titled, where's my list? I can't find my list. All right. Roll with Jack by Saturday Green. The second song on the grill, Could I Be the One by Charlie Roden. And the third song called Sonia by Mr. Cool. And those are the three songs in the set. Let's say I dig up there to the Calvary Evangelistic Assembly. And they're at 19 Ballplate Way. And also to Miss Marva Mitchell. And they had their monthly feeding program today. And if you missed it, you can see it on our channel. Right there, just go to the channel, Dudley Thompson, go to the channel YouTube, Dudley Thompson, and just type in Calvary Evangelistic Assembly and their feeding program, and you can see what they did today along Robin Road and also other roads inside Seafried Gardens. All right, it's 96.1 on this your FM dial. It's the Dudley Thompson Show, and it's a feature we call What's the Verdict? All right, three songs are on the grill, and it's up to the listeners, the viewers, to tell us right now who heard the three songs, just to give their verdict. Which one is the big song? Which one is the average song? And which one is the lame tune? All right. We got some off here so far and some live. But remember, at 7 o'clock, it will be time for the feature we call Sports Spectrum. Don't miss it. All right, let's now see who is on the text line. Right, who is on the text line? Who else? No one text line as yet. All right, but we got some votes here. We did wait earlier off here and to give it off here votes already. In the meantime, it's 372-8446. I think we have a call up time for about one or two more votes before we announce the big song for today's show. All right, Roots FM 96.1. And you know we are the authentic voice of Jamaica's inner city. All right, 96.1 of the big song there for you. All right, I mean, Jam, I think we have a winner here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 big votes. 11 votes so far, and one song got 11 big votes without a doubt. This song must be the winner. 11 big votes. That cannot be surpassed because the other two songs got some average and some lame. But I mean, Jam, let's now go to the big song of today. It's from the lady, and we call her Charlie Roden. Could I Be the One? 11 votes, 11 big votes, no average and no lame. So this one is indeed the big song for today. Here we go.
Let me be with you through all your hard times. I wanna be around when the chips are down. It'll be me and you against the opposition. Can't you see your love shining through? Solve all my problems. You've been there to help my sorrows. I don't know what to do. Oh, could I be the one? Trust me with your dreams. I'll make them all come true. For the rest of my life the end of your rainbow. Promise I will never let you down. I got to be there. Let me be. Let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down.
Yeah, man, that one is the big song for this week's What's the Verdict? Yeah, man, the big song indeed. And this one, let's see, this one winning song got 11 big votes, no average votes, and no lame votes. And second spot went there to song number 1 by Saturday Green, entitled about Jaja. 4 big, 7 average, and no lame. And third spot went to song number 3, Sonia by Sonia. This song is called Sonia. Yeah, man. And that song received no big votes, 1 average votes, and 9. That's Mr. Cool. No big votes, 1 average vote, and 9 lame votes. So that's the result of today's What's the Verdict. Congratulations there to the first time entrance inside the program. Yeah, man. Chardell Roden. Yeah, man. Could I be the one? And that is the one has been voted as the big song inside tonight's What's the Verdict. Congrats to her. Yeah, man. And there, congrats there to her. All right, we take a quick pause now for the cause and go into the Sports Spectrum. And we'll come back. It's time now for After Sports Spectrum. More music. Quick pause here for the code 96.1 on this your FM. And it's the Dudley Thompson Show. Tell a friend to log on. The Dudley Thompson Show. Of all the fun. 96.1 on the FM dial.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recovery from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Yes, it's the Math Club Radio Show every Thursday on Roots FM 96.1.
The show will start 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Students, teachers, and parents will be on the show.
Well, no one should miss the show. They will give out prizes every week. Prizes, prizes, love prizes. It's the Math Club Radio Show every Thursday on Roots FM 96.1.
Freedom is coming, freedom is coming, freedom is coming, oh yes I know.
Tune in this and every Sunday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. to Moments of Freedom, the weekly broadcast of the Riverton Meadows and Mamby Park Baptist Churches, with host Pastor Reverend Sidney Hall. Join us with opened minds and hearts and be blessed.
All right. And welcome now to the feature we call your Sports Spectrum 96.1 on this your FM dial. And today's Sports Spectrum is brought to you, of course, by
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton.
Oh baby, baby, so I will.
Admiral Tess.
I was glad.
Bhutan Warrior. Sam Buttercup.
As close as I can.
Upton James.
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford.
Jamaica night, Jamaica night, please make paradise.
and proactive.
Bang to bang, the river come down, the rhythm possible.
The Ultimate Paul Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now.
Come for me, say I got first night party.
Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
It's a Joker production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing.
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress.
Them no love it when you are progress.
Living is so hard. Love makes the world go round.
Love makes the world go round. Negative can't heal the nation.
Full time and step up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-84.
It's a Joker production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing.
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress.
Them no love it when you are progress.
Living is so hard. Love makes the world go round.
Love makes the world go round. Negative can't heal the nation.
Full time and step up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
Me have to give thanks. It's done and so
For all your pharmaceutical needs and much more, go to 3 Miles Pharmacy at shops the 3 and 4 3 Miles Plaza, and they're located at 176 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11. Or you can call 758-6645, that's 758-6645, or 758-0681. That's 3 Miles Pharmacy. They're willing to go the extra mile just for you.
All right, and welcome now to the feature we call your Sports Spectrum, and it's 96.1 on the FM dial, and it's done in collaboration with Live Well Jamaica. Yeah, man, Live Well Jamaica here inside the show. The big talking point about local football, and the question is, local football, that's Jamaica's Premier League. Should Jamaica's Premier League restart? That's the big talking point now in Jamaica and local football. Some are of the view that it should not restart because of the old protocol involved in the COVID-19 issue. And the players and the fans are eager to get football back on the road in Jamaica. But Dr. Nicole Dawkins is saying that they don't have any test for asymptomatic persons. And the big question we spoke about last time is that the JFF announced that the Premier League should restart come November 14. And they also announced that the testing of players should start sometime last month. But as we understand, that did not get underway. And Dr. Akshamang Singh and other medical personnel are against the restart of local football Premier League because it could help to see a spike in the numbers in the COVID-19, and that is a distinct possibility. And again, the question is, before we go to the question, I think the JFF are awaiting on some authorization from the Ministry of Health and Wellness before they can proceed with the Premier League. I think firstly, they need to select the venues for the matches. I've been told, although the JFF don't officially say which venues will be used, we have been told, I said to you earlier, that they are contemplating Sabina Park and the National Stadium. And again, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, if these venues are the ones selected, that means the Ministry of Health has to go to these venues and do their due diligence to ensure that these venues and the protocol in place for COVID-19 and can actually apply to the venues before they can be approved to restart Premier League. And secondly, the players will have to be tested. I mean, the players, the officials, the team officials have to be tested. And then have to be create a bubble. But my question is now, Jamaica cannot afford to have 600 players, persons, at least 600 persons at two venues from November until June. Because these persons are not football players full time. Some of these players have a 9 to 5, and the officials are part time. The officials in these teams are not full time players that like in overseas. When the NBA could have a bubble at the Disney World, all these players, they are full time basketball players and their life centered around basketball. So they are fully paid by basketball. In Jamaica, these players, most of these players who play are employed elsewhere. Because some can recall that Tuffy Anderson, Jeremy Tuffy Anderson, while he was playing for Waterhouse, he had 9 to 5 at Tankwell. So that's the problem. And most of these officials in local football have a 9 to 5. So it will be impossible to ask these persons to be in a bubble from now until June. And another reason why the league may not start as planned, because the referees are not too eager for a restart because they're not being paid from last season. So these are issues that could hamper the restart of local football in Jamaica. The referees not being paid and they're not too eager to be a part of a restart. Just get back our online feed here. Eager for a restart because they have been owed money by the Jamaica Football Federation. And again, I'm not seeing in the very near future where the Ministry of Health will be raising the restart for this single reason. The persons involved in local football, I'm just not seeing those persons living in a bubble for 6 months. I'm not seeing it. And you cannot control the COVID-19 spread now that it's in the community spread. When you have players, say for instance, the stadium and Sabina Park were chosen as the venue. Just for example, just imagine two teams playing at the stadium. Just imagine you test all 30 players from each camp, tested. They are negative. They have been played. They play again at the stadium. The match end. They go home. They go to work. They're in their communities. And they may come back now the following week to play other games against other teams. And the same to repeating. Match finish, the players go home, go to work, and in their communities and go to their families. And then now, what if the testing, what if they are test again? And then now, one or two may be COVID positive. What that would mean for the competition. So it will be difficult to have this bubble. Not a bubble at all, but the bubble because we can't afford it. I think the test per player is 20 grand Jamaican dollars per test. And you're talking about big sum. So I'm not seeing this deadline and the restart date November 14. It's just not practical for me. All right, so inside Sports Spectrum. All right, so then today, I'll say it's brought to you, of course, by brought to in collaboration with Live Well Jamaica Limited. All right, and Miss Falk is saying it seems as if it comes down to money. Money, yeah, that's a big factor. Money, yeah, it could come down to money as well because we can't afford the bubble like we see it in Europe, in England, where football value millions, where we are seeing where players who can stay away because they have been well paid and they're well looked after. Our local players are not well paid in Jamaica, and these players, they play football in the evening, but some have a 9 to 5. Our players train after work. Unlike England, where you go to get up in the morning and you go to your club, you're going to your job. You're there for the entire day or days. You're there for the days. You're there from 9 a.m. in the morning until evening. That's your job. That's Europe, England, and Europe, the rest of Europe. In Jamaica, it's not so. In Jamaica, these players, they go to work in the mornings, leave work, they may go home, have them dinner, have a shower, and go to training. That's the difference between Jamaica and UK and the rest of Europe. You hear me, Song? That's the difference. These are not full-time pro players. They get a money from, they get a stipend from playing football, yes, but football Jamaica is when the season ends. Normally before COVID, it starts in May and ends. It starts in it starts in September and ends in May, and so no football for June, July, August until September again, a 3 month. But like in England now, where these players are well paid, when the season ends in England, say in September, like they're on leave, because when an English player, let's say with a Messi, can play football, and his basic salary is 500,000 US per week. I mean, he don't need a second job. That's the difference. When a Jamaican player, some it depends on the status. If you classify as amateur, you get no pay, and you could be the best. Some player in Jamaica can get as little as 20 grand per month. That's a stipend, and some player get at least 50 stipend. So players cannot afford a 3 months break on a stipend, and that's the reason why we can't have this bubble no until next year June, because the players have their life away from football, unlike other clubs in Europe and other parts of England. Quick pause for the Cosmic Mix Funk, and we'll come right back there too. This is sport. Give us your take. This is Sports Spectrum 96.1 on this your FM dial.
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton,
Oh, baby, baby, so I will.
Admiral Tess,
I was glad.
Bhutan Warrior,
Time has come.
Sam Buttercup,
As close as I can.
Upton James,
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford,
Jamaican night, please my paradise.
and Proactive.
Bang to bang, the river come down, give me a dim, possible.
The Ultimate, Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now.
Come for me, say you're the first night party.
Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
It's a Joker production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing,
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress,
Them you love it when you are progress.
Living is so hard, Love Makes the World Go Round,
Love make the world go round. Negative can heal the nation.
Good Time, and Step Up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
Me have to give thanks. It's done and shown, yeah.
For all your pharmaceutical needs and much more, go to 3 Miles Pharmacy at shops the 3 and 4 3 Miles Plaza, and they're located at 176 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11. Or you can call 758-6645, that's 758-6645, or 758-0681. That's 3 Miles Pharmacy. They're willing to go the extra mile just for you.
All right, and welcome back now to the feature. We call it your Sports Spectrum, and it's 96.1 on this here FM dial. We're looking at the possibility, or is it an impossibility, to restart local football in Jamaica as we look at the current climate, COVID-19 situation. It's impossible to have the bubble in Jamaicans. Just imagine 600 Jamaicans living in that bubble from now until next year June. Not possible. And to test every single person like every 2 or 3 weeks. Costly. At 20 grand Jamaican per test. Very costly indeed. And also, look at overseas now. One of the world's biggest football player, Cristiano Ronaldo, has tested positive for COVID-19. One of the best players in the world. Some say second only to Messi. But he's one of the best players in the world right now. And is now in self-isolation after he tests positive for COVID-19. And when they test the other members of the club, they're actually not positive. So again, as we told you, those clubs value millions, I mean pounds and US dollars. Unfortunately, Jamaican clubs don't value millions in Jamaican dollars. So that is a factor. As Miss Fong say, yeah, the cash is a factor as well, Miss Fong. You're so correct. And so the money is a big issue when it comes on to this. And also, our players don't have the discipline either. We don't have the discipline to just play football, go home, self-isolate. We don't have a discipline. Jamaica don't have that discipline. Because somewhat it might not start out with it might start out that way and gradually disintegrate as the league progresses. So not sure. So I agree with Dr. Akshay Mang Singh and other medical personnel who are against the start of the league. Although I'm a football fan, yes, I'm a Waterhouse fan, but the health of persons come first before football. So, and Miss Fong say, not a living wage at all. No, Miss Fong. Jamaican players are paid stipend. That's why they have to have other, as they have a 9 to 5. Most of these players have a 9 to 5. They cannot earn a living by playing football locally. But if they're playing locally and they get an overseas contract, even in MLS, it's a far different in terms of salary. But I understand that the Jamaican players are among the lowest paid in MLS. I've been told that some time ago. But at least it's far better than what they've been paid here in Jamaica. That's the big difference in Jamaica. So, football Jamaica restart, I'm not seeing it. All right? We're going to switch gears now and go now to a sport that is one of the most organized sports in Jamaica. And it's called the Sports of Kings. It's horse racing. Indeed. And as you heard, as you saw earlier inside the program, next Saturday will be the Blue Ribbon event on local racing. The Blue Ribbon event for local racing, the Jamaica Derby, over 12 furlongs at Caymanas Park. And despite the COVID-19 situation, racing is on at Caymanas Park, and they're observing all the protocols. And we heard about only 2 trainers at Caymanas Park so far had the COVID-19, but we don't hear about any outbreak or that racing is contributing to the spike in numbers in Jamaica. So good that the racing is at Caymanas Park and they can afford to maintain the COVID-19. Racing is a non-contact sport, mind you. The jockeys and the horses and they're after each race, they sanitize the gates, sanitize the jockey room, and all the protocols are in place at Caymanas Park. So the restart at horse racing is no way affecting the numbers, or should I say, the spike in numbers in Jamaica, because Caymanas Park is where it all begins. And the Caymanas Park authorities, they're offering to assist other sports in Jamaica how to get organized. So the other sports in Jamaica that are struggling, not going to say which ones, but the officials at Cayman, I think the chairman of there is offering to assist anybody who wants assistance how to organize their sport and to get their sport up to a pro level. Because as we are seeing it now, Jamaica is now one of the no, racehorse is the one of the most organized event now in Jamaica. And the Sport of King, horse racing, and Jamaica Derby will be the big one next Saturday. And the big talking point as to who will be the winner. And we saw where Wow Wow and Mahogany were heavily touted in the in in the Saint Ledger, and Nipster came from nowhere and upset the two more fancied opponents. But people are arguing that Wow Wow and Mahogany will have a challenge getting distance. I mean, going 10, they are probably going 10 furlongs. They will find 12 furlongs a challenge. But my issue is, if a horse can finish second in a 10 furlong event by about 2 or 3 lengths, how is it that that means they don't get 10 furlongs? But I think that the jockey overrated Wow Wow. If in my view, if Wow Wow was kept off the pace a little longer, and if you watch the race again and he claimed the rail at the furlong pole, Nipster would not come on the rail and beat him. That's just my view. I think if both Mahogany and Wow Wow just keep off the pace a while longer, they will have more gas in the tank coming into the last 2 furlongs. But those two horses are bred for speed, I've been told. They are very fast, but you need to conserve on the energy on the backstretch and have enough in the stretch. Nipster was nowhere in the top 6 at the half-mile marker. Nipster came in the straight full of running and run past Mahogany and Wow Wow and won the St. Ledger. Because he was kept off the pace. And we are seeing other horses are improving. But if Jamaica were to assume that the derby is between Nipster, Mahogany, and Wow Wow, we have another thing coming. There are some fillies are improving. I think Above and Beyond are touted as one that could win the derby as well. As an improving filly that could win the derby. So let's wait and see how that one will work out. The Jamaica Derby come next week Saturday. Going to be a big one at Cayman Park. And again, it's a big one indeed. All right, as you wind down Sports Spectrum for another Saturday, you're inside the program. And it is done today in collaboration with Live Well Jamaica. Yeah, man, here for today's Sports Spectrum. All right, and this is been a 1 year, and also West Indies has selected their test squad for the upcoming series, and some key players, be sure, or key players have been dropped, and that will be a talking point for quite a while. Also, of your wind down Sports Spectrum, table tennis is also up for us. The election for officers is still ongoing. As you all know that the impact between the incumbent Godfrey Lothian and his challenger, Mr. Lou, and they're all is at tug of war now, and it resulting in the STF suspending funding until the matter until they see some financial statement, and what they're sending so far is just invoices of how the money was spent, what they got, what they bought. But there's no explanation as to why that was bought, so then say it was incomplete. So I guess they are suspending all payments to Jamaica TT Association until the president's issue is resolved and they can see proper financial statements. So that's going to be more again when they come to congrats here to the LA Lakers for winning the NBA, and LeBron James become the first NBA player to win with 3 different franchises. And he has first to be named MVP for 3 different franchises, LeBron James. So that's a history. The first player to be named MVP of the NBA for 3 different franchises. So congrats to LeBron James. And some are arguing that he may eclipse the great Michael Jordan as the best basketball player. Well, that's up for discussion. Is he close to Michael Jordan? Are they on par? Or far away is he? Or some may argue that he is now surpassing Michael Jordan. But I say that's up for discussion among the basketball fans. Michelle Anthony, might be the one who can give us a better perspective. How far off is Michael Jordan from, no, how far off is LeBron James from, say, a Michael Jordan? So Mission Anthony, or basketball expert, can give us a more take on this one, because the argument is out there that it's not too far off. And maybe soon, is not 35? Yeah, it's 35. And time is against him if you want to surpass the achievements of Michael. He's also an Olympic champion, I've been told. So that is a good net there for the man. All right, so on that note, we come now to the end of Make We Talk Sports here on Roots FM 96.1. Brought to you, of course, there by
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton.
Oh, baby, baby, so I
Admiral Tess.
was glad.
Motown Warrior.
Time has come.
Sam Buttercup.
As close as I can.
Upton James.
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford.
Jamaican it feels like paradise.
And Proactive.
Bang to bang, the river come down, the rhythm possible.
The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now.
Come from you, say I got first night party.
Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
It's a Joker production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featured big songs such as Nothing,
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress,
Them no love it when you are progress.
Living is So Hard, Love Makes the World Go Round,
Love make the world go round. Negative can't heal the nation.
Full Time, and Step Up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
Me have to give thanks. It's Dan Antoni.
For all your pharmaceutical needs and much more, go to 3 Miles Pharmacy at Shops the 3 and 4 3 Miles Plaza, and they're located at 176 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11. Or you can call 758-6645, that's 758-6645, or 758-0681. That's 3 Miles Pharmacy. They're willing to go the extra mile just for you.
All right, and that's how we conclude the sports spectrum for today. Thanks there to Live Well Jamaica. Yeah, man, for helping us to put together today's sports spectrum. Live Well Jamaica. And you can log on to Live Well Jamaica. Yeah, man. It's livewelljamaica.com. All right. Here inside the program. All right, and before we go into some music, just as I say that I saw it was a post on social media put out there by well-known aspiring politician Ross Asta Black, and he was advocating for the removal of a thing Christopher Columbus, some Columbus thing from the North Coast Highway, somewhere there, and I'm not sure if the symbolism is what we want in Jamaica, because over the years I've been saying that when it come on to Marcus Garvey initiation in Jamaica, or any function when it comes to Marcus Garvey, what I'm realize, and if I'm wrong, someone please text or WhatsApp and correct me. In Jamaica here, when it comes to any function, any thing about Marcus Garvey, it is only kept alive, only, and I said only, by the interests of the Jamaicans who are from the Rastafarian community. I'm not seeing the average Jamaican sitting down and say, boy, talk about Marcus Garvey. It's only the members of Jamaica's Rastafarian community I'm seeing showing interest in anything to do with Marcus Garvey. So the thing is, Marcus Garvey did that fight for Rasta in Jamaica. He fight for Jamaicans. So why is it that only members of the Rastafarian community I'm seeing showing interest in Garveyism nowadays? I don't get it. Because I remember when they had a vote, they say it so often, to put Garveyism in schools. It was Garveyism against tourism. Garveyism against tourism. And Garveyism lost by a landslide. Senior teachers voted, let me repeat, senior teachers in Jamaica voted against Garveyism in schools. Don't remember exactly. I was there, but I couldn't vote. Cause I was not a senior teacher. I couldn't vote. I was there, but I couldn't add no vote. It was for Jamaican senior teachers only. And they voted against Garveyism. I remember asking one teacher why she did that. And her reason was tourism is bringing money to the Jamaica, but not Garveyism. Why she voted for tourism against voting for Garveyism. I'm now seeing where Ross Astablack is now advocating for the city a while ago about some Christopher Columbus monument or something to be removed from, I think, Highway 2000. But if he was to go that route and start to remove every single town, parish in Jamaica have to be renamed. Because most of these, if you want to get rid of our colonial, colonial legacy, so to speak, we have to rename every single town in Jamaica. Because if you check every Jamaican parish right now, it is named after somebody British. Right? Just an example. St. Catherine was named after King Charles II of England, his wife. And he ruled from 1649 to 1662. So if you're going to start with Columbus, you have to rename St. Catherine then, because it is named after our colonial masters, if that's what the route is going, about Columbus issue. St. Anne was named after Anne Hyde. He was the wife of King James. It was King James, not the one in the Bible, you know. Was the wife of a king of England, right? And that's Saint Anne Hyde, named after Anne Hyde. And Matt Funk is saying, could it be that people are not taught about Marcus Garvey and what his gentleman stood for? That's a good point. That's a good point, Miss Funk. Yes, the plan was to have Garveyism in schools, so the youngsters could be taught in schools about Garveyism and what Garvey stood for. But it was put to a vote to include Garveyism or tourism. And Jamaicans, as I said a while ago, Jamaican senior teachers voted for tourism against Garveyism. That's the reason why up until this day, Garveyism is not in Jamaican schools. Yeah, Miss Funk? That's the reason why. But there have been talk about including it, but talk, just talk, and not a reality. What we're seeing in Jamaica now, if somebody organizes a little thing around Garveyism, 90% of our attendants are Rastafarians. We don't see the general public showing interest. Every time I attend a function with around Garveyism, 99% of those who are attending are Rastafarians. So to me, it's like the average man on the street not interested in Garvey. That's my understanding. It's only the members of the Rastafarian communities are the ones pushing the Garveyism. People like Miguel Lawn and Empress on TV, her husband, Golden, and those persons who were part of who are members of the NIA Jamaican chapter. Those are the ones who are pushing Garveyism. And Garvey was not pushing Rastafarism. We was putting black upliftment. So I don't understand. So we're gonna start about get rid of these colonial monuments. You have to mash the entire Jamaica. And if you go now to Saint Elizabeth, right? That parish was named of that parish was named after Lady Elizabeth, the wife of Thomas Mudford, a Jamaican governor who ruled Jamaica from 1664 until 1671. So if you're gonna start removing, it was to change every single Jamaican name, parish name, up to Kingston and St. Andrew. And if you go now to Manchester, Jamaica's longest serving governor, right? And it was named after the Duke of Manchester in England. And Mandeville was named after Lord Mandeville, from his son from England. And and Duke of Manchester is Jamaica's longest governor, ruling for 19 years. He ruled as Jamaican governor. So if we're gonna start moving monuments in Jamaica, we have to go all the way. And Kingston was first called Beeston. For those who did not know, Kingston was first called Beeston. And it was named after Sir William Beeston, a former Jamaican lieutenant governor who ruled Jamaica from 1697 to 1700. It was renamed Kingston after a king of England. But the only thing now that is basically original is St. Andrew. It was first called Ligani some years ago. And it was a Arawak word for iguana. But it was later named St. Andrew after St. Andrew of England. So if we're going to start renaming, and we all know the story about Lady Musgrave Road. And I think that road should be renamed George Stibel Road or something. We know the Lady Musgrave story, why that road was created. Because Lady Musgrave could not bear to pass Devon House when that house was built and owned by a black man called George Stibel, Jamaica's first black millionaire. And she ordered her husband, Lord Musgrave, to build a road for her, and he could not travel on her road because he's black. And so that's how the road come about, Lady Musgrave Road. So that road needs to be changed as well, maybe to George Stibel. So if we're gonna call about changing monuments because it reminds us of some colonial past, the entire Jamaica parish name have to be changed. So don't mistakenly call for one and leave one. If you can't change all, just leave them alone. It's simple. Because you ever change the entire Jamaica but change. So it makes no sense to me. So just leave them alone. So, alright, so that's my take on the whole thing. Alright, in the meantime, this is the Dudley Thompson Show, 96.1 on the FM dial. M for Guyver. Max Funk. So as you did not know, Sean did not know Max Funk tell me about the St. Andrew was first called Beeston after Sir William Beeston. Yeah. And they're all English persons. So everything in Jamaica is about English. M for Guyver says he want to live a simple life. M for Guyver for you, simple life by M for Guyver. Simple life, big song said, what's the verdict? Here we go.
And a simple life, to live my life, living my life, and me wife, I just want a simple life, to live my life, living my life, and me wife, I don't care about fortune, I don't care about fame, I don't care about riches, 'cause blessing is my end. I just want a simple life, to live my life, and me wife, want a simple life, to live my life, live my life. And me wife, jealousy and envy will try hard to bring you down. We try hard to wear your crown. We try hard to destroy your name. We try hard to destroy your game. When they think about Guinness, the benefit of your business. When they think about Guinness, the benefit of your business. Try to cut short your progress. Yes. Don't wanna see you success, but tell them sky is the limit. Limit is the sky. Sky is the limit. Limit is the sky. Sky is the limit. Limit is the sky. Limit is the sky. Limit is the sky. Limit is the sky. I just want a simple life, to live my life, live my life, and me wife. I just want a simple life, to live my life, live my life, and me wife.
The rhythm scientist. An English, the rhythm scientist.
We call it relentless, all about the money.
Like King Midas, me want my cash. Because the aim and the plan is to be rich. And I am going to be rich. And money, me say, and girls, and money, and money, and money, and money. Everything is all about money. You understand? And money. Well, all about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. Money, 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 money. Money when me need, money me have to beg. No money, 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 money. Money when me need, money me have to beg. No money, dog. What about you? Girls, house, clothes, cars, money bought you. Now the none for make money, you really ought to. How the hell you back and make money part you? The money card you make the boy will love flow too. Now try to make money, you really got to. Act stupid me, pay money if he loves you. And you go and them will pay the cost too. To make money more time, me end up a trouble. Life is a struggle, but the money me is still out. To make a little more, but me hustle and me just a thinking that struggle money out. So me hustle all about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. Me got a lot of money, many millions. Pretty girls to Jamaicans, Brazilians. Very soon to me you go up trillions. You never know what me down the most pavilions. Bill Gates want to buy up a billions. In the year me have multiple zillions. Every year me down in millions. Some only have the dream about millions. Me got one piece of island like Gilligan. Spend more money than max a million. Can't look again my money for trillion. My boyfriend say you're with you, silly man. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. Money, 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 money. Money when me need, money me have to beg. No money, 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 money. Money when me need, money me have to beg. No money. Girl want to do her feel her honey money. She want a brand new beamer. She's the honey money. She want Gucci and Gucci. She's the honey money. More than me want somebody. Money in her pocket take me anywhere me want vacation. Switzerland, Japan, Paris, in France. My pocket them catch me knees and my pants. Me got a new dance, we got the money dance. English I tell me to go and make the money. I cannot tell me to go and make the money. My ticket, my tell me to go and make the money. The money, the money, the money, the money. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the energizer money. Use a play it, me born money, use a dummy. All about the girls, it's all about the money. Some play it, them don't want to see me make the money. Them, yeah, but them lip like the.
Yeah, man, we call it relentless, all about the money. And lots of things happening in Jamaica over the past couple of days. We heard about the big story for the situation with Toots Hibberts when he was to be laid to rest a day or two, and on Thursday, actually on Thursday, and that was delayed because of they could not produce the burial order, and that had to be delayed. But my issue, not with the whole burial issue and burial order, it's about how Jamaicans treat people before they transitioned. It wasn't public knowledge that Toots Hibbert was the person who coined the word reggae, right? It was not public, it wasn't acknowledged publicly that Toots Hibbert was the Jamaican who first used the word reggae. It's after his transition when you're seeing that Toots Hibbert was the one who created the term, the word reggae. And this man did that over some 40 years ago or 50 years ago. And all through the man's life, he was not acknowledged. He was acknowledged as an outstanding musician, but publicly, he was not acknowledged as the one who coined the word reggae. It's after his passing, it's now become a big deal, which to me, the man should be recognized for coining what is now Jamaica's most popular genre, reggae music. And Toots Hibbert was that credited. I heard other person claiming that they're the one who created the word, but Toots Hibbert officially was the man who first publicly used the word reggae. And I don't, and I did, it wasn't credit for that. And that is also another thing. And what people don't know also, we put it we have a feature on WDT Media TV, and it's called Black Facts Matters. All right, I think yes, Miss Funk, yes. All right, Miss Funk, I see there, Mister. What it's a shame. Yes, reggae is you, Jegge, over 50 years for sure, Jegge. And Miss Funk there say that is that shame for true that it was acknowledged as the person who did that, and that for me is something kind of we need to look more into those things. Another thing now, a Jamaican is not sports now. A Jamaican footballer, I should mention this, American footballer, Alan Cole. He celebrated his 70th birthday about Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. He turned 70. And Jamaicans still don't want to acknowledge that he is the first foreigner to play football in a Brazil pro setup. The first foreigner to play club football in Brazil is a Jamaican. And when he went to the club called Nautica in Brazil, he was paid a bigger salary than some Brazilian stars. I mean, they're World Cup stars. That's how highly rated Alan Cole was. So these are facts Jamaica need to listen and honor and respect our own. And don't wait until, sadly, the untimely passing or transition, we start to pay tribute. Pay tribute when the persons are alive and can appreciate it. You have some Caribbean countries don't believe in building statues of their sports person when the person is alive. What a backward mentality. Thank God Jamaican can build a statue for Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Merlin Otti, and the others while they were alive. Don Quarry. All these athletes are alive today, and their statues are at the stadium. Thank God Jamaica don't have that backward mentality, but we still have a far way to go. These are the things we need to do. Yeah, man. And also, there's that, and also many people don't know as well that is a Jamaican group was called Musical Youth. They did a song called Pass the Dutchie. It was a remake of the song the Mike Diamond song Pass the Cutchie. These youngsters, so they were at that time they were children. They did a song called Pass the Dutchie. And that song was the song, and that song was the song that was the first black group to receive rotation on BET as a black group. Heavy rotation. But guess who get credit for that? Michael Jackson. that group paved the way for Michael Jackson BT, the first black group to be heavily rotated on BT. It's a Jamaican group. But the person who got the credit for that was Michael Jackson. But the fact is, it's a Jamaican group did that. So these are facts people need to know. All right, so these are facts people need to know. All right? Wow. All right, so this, yeah, man. So again, I'm at a different mood. Just to give Jamaica a different mood tonight. About less music and more talk today. I don't know, but yeah, different kind of vibes inside the show. But giving Jamaicans some facts that Jamaicans need to know. All right, and don't just go around and just assume all the things. And you have some persons who love the conspiracy theory. I'll address those in another program because we're almost out of time inside the Dudley Thompson. So you heard from M4 Guyver, and you also heard there from the man called Relentless. All about the man. In the meantime, we give it some more music here on Roots FM 96.1. This is indeed the Dudley Thompson Show. All right, where are we now? A quick pause, and then this will give you what's the verdict winning song. One there from Paco Brown. Yeah, man. Paco Brown in England. I don't know if Miss Funk know the singer from, is a Jamaican singer. He used to sing that group called Jamaica called the Bibles. And so surprisingly, a group called the Bibles. And they were offered a contract by an overseas company. And they were told that they cannot sign a cultural group with the name Bible. They have to change their name. And they refused. Now the group is now split up, and Paco Brown now living in England. And he did the song while he's in London. No, he's in actually Manchester. Although if Max Funk know the song from Jamaica, not living in the UK. Paco Brown, where them come from?
Where he come from? We never hear about him. Oh him, man, where he come from? We never hear about him. After one song, we a boom down the place. Everybody, I just a call up him name. Now wonder if he's a Englishman. But the way him sound, we never must have the top. Oh him, man, where he come from? We never hear about him. Oh him, and where he come from? We never hear about him. Take your long time from me, I day and me. Turn up and now we forget a slice of the cake. Nah drink no milk, if no say me skin. Nah look how me tin, we know what we go no gym. Oh him, and where he come from? We never hear about him. Oh him, man, where he come from? We never hear about him. Them think you're someone not come from. Them think you're someone not come from. Say man, I come from far. Them think you're someone not come from. Them think you're someone not come from. Boy, start tired, but it never go. Fight for my blood, man, we try something. Say no, we kick off and me not turn back. Okay, when I where them come from, we never hear about him. Oh him, when I where he come from, we never hear about him. After one song, we a boom down the place. Everybody, I just a call up him name. No wonder if it's a Englishman. But the way him so me know I must have it up. Oh him, when I where he come from, we never hear about him. Oh him, when I where he come from, we never hear about him. Take a long time for me, I day and me need. Turn up and now we forget a slice of the cake. Now drink no milk, If the same is in look to me tin, me know what figure nothing. Oh him, man, where they come from. We never hear about him. Oh him, man.
Yeah, man, they call him Paco Brown. He's from Max Fong. Says she never heard about this one. Yeah, man, he's a Jamaican artist. I know he's migrated, now living in Manchester, England. All right, Max Fong says she remember them. They were based in Birmingham, UK. Youth stars, back in the day. Yes, musical youths. Yeah, man, the musical youths. And for those who did not know, they were the first black group to be heavily rotated on BET. It's a Jamaican group that paved the way for black artists to be shown on BET, musical youths. But they give credit to Michael Jackson. Not sure why. Well, obviously, he's the biggest star. That's the only reason why. But the fact is, it's musical youth, a Jamaican group, were the first black group to be heavily rotated on BET. And they paved the way for black artists to go on BET. Not Michael Jackson. Although I'm a big fan of Jackson, but it's not you this time. All right. Yeah, man. 96.1 on the FM dial. And as we're giving you a fast, we continue. All right, that's the one and down the show for today. Give you the, I would say, congratulations there, too. A congrats there to the big song inside today's What's the Verdict? Yeah, man. Congrats. Could I be the one? Yeah, man, the big song there for you, Carter Roden. And it's the big song for person voting for this song inside the show. The big song inside What's the Verdict?
Could I be the one that you're thinking of? My goal is to be the one that you're dreaming of. I wanna be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Trust me and I'll never let you down. Let me be with you through all your hard times. I wanna be around when the chips are down. It'll be me and you against the opposition. Can't you see your love shining through? You've been there to solve all my problems. You've been there to help my sorrows. I don't know what to do. Oh, could I be the one? Trust me with your dreams. I'll make them all come true. For the rest of my life, I'll be grateful to you. Time will pass. Our love will last. Spend my life cherishing you. Let me be the one. Let me be the one. And the light at the end of your rainbow. Let me be the one that you love so. Late at night, the time is right. I wanna be the one you say is out of sight. Let me be the one. Let me be the one. Let you be my man. Let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down. Let me be the one. I
Let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down.
Well, I see by the clock on the wall that it's time to bid you one and all goodbye. Goodbye. So long. So long. Farewell. Farewell. And you. Be good. Stay well. Bye bye. Keep warm. Relax. And eat. Take care. Stay loose. Adieu, mon vieux. À la prochaine. Goodbye till when we meet again.